The Edo State Primary Healthcare Development Agency recently organized a town hall meeting involving community leaders, religious figures, and educators to discuss the upcoming integrated measles vaccination campaign. The executive secretary of the agency, Dr. Mosigo Izedome, emphasized the importance of raising awareness about preventable diseases through vaccination. The deputy director of Community and Family Health, Dr. Marvison Obasogie, underscored the contagious nature of measles and called for community involvement in healthcare to enhance overall economic well-being and strengthen routine immunization efforts.
All the learnings we will receive here, all the decisions we will take here, we will not just stop here. We will make sure that our communities are mobilized and every one of us will make impact in our families. If you have a clinic in your facility, ensure that it is properly managed. Don't assume that your neighbor is going to take care of it. Go there from time to time, ensure that the place is running well. If you see a child on the street, let's not become Oyibo for old age. Find out if that child has been properly immunized. Because that's the only way you can safeguard your own old age. If you leave behind weak children, they cannot produce enough to take care of you when you are now old. Ensure that our children are healthy so that they can protect and provide for you in your old age.
Measles usually come with fever. Am I correct?
Yes.
Sometimes the fever precedes the rash. Some other times the rash precedes the fever. And when our children have fever, what do we usually buy? We run to go and buy anti-malaria. You will not buy it. Then maybe after taking the first dose, the rash will come out. You now run to the hospital. Doctor or nurse will now tell you it's measles. Then they will now write drugs. Imagine the 3,000 naira that was wasted to treat malaria that is non-existent. And measles usually go round. I remember as a child, when I had measles as a 7-year-old child. Before we knew what was happening, it went around all my 6 younger ones. So please, we need to take ownership of this because it will help our economic well-being. But if our children take these vaccines, you will save your money, you will save your productivity hours, and it will also preserve your peace.
The Edo State Primary Healthcare Educator, Mrs. Irene Wabo, and other key speakers highlighted Nigeria's high measles incidence and the urgent need for vaccination, especially among children lacking immunization.
Nigeria has one of the highest incidences of measles and zero-dose cases globally. Most of us know what measles is, a childhood disease, we'll get there, but zero-dose, what does zero-dose mean? Okay, zero dose is a child. We can call a child. I can say a child is of zero dose if he or she has not taken any vaccine. We have them in our communities. We have children, even up to 2, 3, 4 years, that have not taken any vaccine at all. They don't go to the primary healthcare center. They don't go to the clinic to get their children vaccinated. We have those people. It's one of the reasons why we do SIAs. It's one of the reasons why we do supplemental immunization activity. It's one of the reasons why we are carrying out this measles vaccination campaign.
Please, we want every child to be protected. And let me just add, I know we are not going out for HPV vaccination, but because of the outing that was not really very good during that campaign, so I am adding that vaccine is for good. HPV vaccine protects our young girls from cervical cancer. We had a lot of rejection, but we are still saying that vaccine is still available. It is available and it is for our children that are from 9 years to 14 years.
Measles is that powerful. Now, he highlighted
something that is preventable, for something that is free. That is why we all have to collaborate to see how we will eliminate, eradicate measles from Edo State as a whole.
The same parameters that made it possible for us to eradicate smallpox, the same parameters are also available for measles. For a disease to be able to, for us to be able to eradicate a disease, the first thing, there must be a vaccine. We have a vaccine for measles. Is the vaccine effective? Yes. Is it potent? Yes. Does it confer lifelong immunity? Yes. So once the child is immunized and protected for life, that child is already protected, right? So there must be vaccine. It must confer lifelong immunity.
Dr. Izedome added that the vaccination campaign would take place from the 19th to the 27th of October, stressing the need to sensitize the public about the importance of these vaccines.
Today we brought in leaders of communities to discuss the plans to go carry out the next vaccination days against measles. Kickoff is on Friday, and then we're going to have a week-long program of intense vaccination, search and vaccination. And so we sat down to look at how to perfect our strategies to ensure that we cover all the loopholes and ensure that all the eligible children are immunized. So we do this as a preliminary step to ensure that our coverage is for the vaccine is at the highest level.
Irene Ejoba, PFM TV News.